Okay, looks like we might be live here. Woohoo! Right. Hey, Hensy, how's it going? We'll get kicked off and started here in a minute. I'm pretty much ready for the most part. How is your weekend going? Hopefully everything's going good so far. Let me know if there are any audio or video problems, and I'll adjust everything accordingly. Do my best to not be too loud. So we'll play it by ear and see how it goes. I'm not fading in or out or any of that kind of stuff. Good. Well, we're going to get kicked off. Let's see. Wow, we got a few people in the chat room. We've got Houdini33, Quomite Swiftball, Dr. Benz, Eugene Chung 81, Furious Chad, Egan, my buddy Henzy, Hogovich, Hunsonator, Icedern, Jimmy Ho Crow, Pindowin, Sequoista, Caliron, Toby, and TXTSD. Appreciate everybody tuning in. And moderators, we got Elda. Hey, how's it going? I hope everything's going well with you. We've got Southern Bell 0927 and Evil Twin. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Appreciate everybody tuning in. I am on Brandywine, running my level 46 Hobbit burglar called Bogart. I think I may start out with a little help from chat room moderators, whoever wants to help out. I'm going to kind of go through the stats, and y'all can give me some pointers on what I'm missing, some things that I might need to change. I think I may burn heading back to my personal house, and then I'll go into town from there. I want to review my burglar stats before I start doing any questing tonight. So we'll see how that goes. Um, Let me go ahead and kick off the show, and then we'll get going with all that good stuff here. Let's see what I've got here. All right. Hello, and welcome to the Expected Unexpected Stream, episode number 38 here on twitch.tv/LOTRO stream. I stream every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Central. My name is Baklagor. You can also find me streaming on my own Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Baklagor. All follows are definitely welcome if you decide to go there. I stream both DDO and LOTRO. Sometimes I'll throw in a mix of Diablo. Sometimes it'll be a little bit of Neverwinter. But DDO, LOTRO, those are my two main games. I actually played LOTRO before I played anything else. Fell in love with it because of the lore, Tolkien, and it looks well. In fact, I tell this story every now and then. I watched this develop from the time it was called Middle Earth Online. So I have been a huge fan. I'm a very casual player. I'm not an elitist by any stretch of the imagination. I'm pretty laid back. Believe it or not, even though I've been playing this game for 10 years, I there are a lot of aspects of this game that I don't know. I do play it just for fun. I don't take it, as seriously as some others do. There's plenty about this game that I don't know and that I still need to learn. being that I've been playing a little bit more frequently the last year since I started streaming on the official LOTRO stream channel. I'm approaching my 1 year anniversary. I'm not quite there yet. I thought I was there, but I went back to check the calendar. I'm not quite at my official 1 year mark. But I'll get there. But extremely casual player, so I just asked everyone to please be patient. I love the game. I love the lore, but there's still a lot that I need to learn. And with the way my brain works, all my work at work takes precedence over the gaming and all that. So there's a lot of things that I just don't retain week to week. Hard drive's very small. I don't remember a lot of it, so it's just one of those things. My brain puts this kind of stuff kind of out of the way so I can be more successful at my job. But all that being said, I love it. It's fun. I'm willing to learn as much as I can. I don't necessarily guarantee I'll retain it all week to week, but I do the best I can. I'm going to head over to Hobbiton from here. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I figured that's where I go. And we're going to pull up my stats and kind of walk through them. I may pull up the wiki if there's not a ton of chat room participation. And just kind of go through little bit by little bit. If we get through that and there's plenty of time left over, I'm not really on a scheduler of any kind, but I'll continue on with questing where I've left off the last couple of weeks. Do give everyone a heads up that does watch a little bit more frequently. I may not be streaming next Saturday. A couple of my granddaughters have birthdays, and my wife is heading back to go meet them for their birthdays. She's going to leave on Friday, head that way, but work may prevent me from being able to go. If work does not prevent me from being able to go, I will be here streaming. If work prevents me from being able to go to the grandbabies' birthdays, uh, I will not be streaming, and I will head that way with my wife. Just a heads up, I'll try and let everyone know as far ahead of time as I can manage. But that is not what I want. Great panel. Yay. So let's see. Currently, I have. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Jesus Christ, that's rude. 2925 morale, 2472 power, 2492 armor, 183 might, 318 agility, 263 vitality, 102 will, 106 fate. Going to pull up. Going to pull LOTRO wiki. Wiki. Let me get logged into the LOTRO wiki. I wonder. Guess you don't have to necessarily be logged in. Let me do a quick search here for a Hobbit burglar. No, I don't want to create it. Friend of the Mark. A guide to the burglar. Oh, this is pretty cool. Burglars for dummies. Well, I really don't mind, but on the LOTRO side, if you IM me in Twitch, I'll be glad to get into that conversation with you, possibly after the show, if that's all right with you. On the LOTRO side, we kind of tend to keep things a little bit more LOTRO focused. I just kind of mentioned my gaming background just to give everyone an idea of who I am, how I play, and what my general habits are. But if you don't mind, kind of IM me on the Twitch side, and I'll be glad to go into that conversation later on. But we want to kind of stay focused on Lotro, so I hope that doesn't offend you or upset you. But that's just generally kind of the rule that they like to try to stick to, and I want to respect that. Even though it may not quite be, it wouldn't matter to me personally what direction the conversation goes. I'd like to stick with the rules that they prefer to have on this end, if you don't mind. I will tell you just to start the conversation before you IM me in Twitch. Both games are extremely wonderful. Both games have their pluses and minuses. Both have an excellent gaming community. They're a little bit different in game engines, slightly by the way they play, the way combat goes. And but they're both equally just as fun, at least for me personally. Everybody has their own preferences, but I would be hard pressed to pick one as a favorite over the other. But feel free, send me an IM, and we'll get into that conversation a little bit deeper. That's all right later on. I have no problems having that conversation. Do you play Lotro more? Which one are you a frequent Lotro player? So it looks like, and I'll keep an eye out for any responses in chat. It looks like for a burglar, agility and fate seem to be the more popular, and I do not have a lot put into fate. My burglar seems to be more focused on agility and vitality, and that could just be a mistake on my part. Daggers, maces, swords, and clubs. So I pretty much have maces for the most part. My two main weapons. I picked up the fishing hobby. Breath. Yeah, I've got it up here. I don't see anything that says which one's more important. As a burglar, might increases your block and parry ratings. As a burglar, agility is a very important. Oh, there you go. It's very important for you. So there's one. That's agility. Agility increases your physical mastery, tactical mastery, critical rating, parry rating, and evade rating. As a burglar, vitality is important for you as well. Vitality increases your maximum morale, resistance rating, and non-combat morale regen. As a burglar, will increases your tactical mastery, tactical mitigation, resistance rating. And then as a burglar, fate increases your critical rating, in combat morale regen, tactical mitigation, and power regen. So basically, according to the game, in game on the character screen, agility and vitality. But in the guide to the burglar on the LOTRO wiki, which is really based on a player's input, Tijeki, looks like a Tijikke, says that he put all of his points into agility and fate, but according to the game, it's agility and vitality, which is basically what I've done. And if I'm not mistaken, Blake, you might be the one that helped me beef that up. Welcome, by the way. Hello. Big Model, hello. Welcome. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate you being here tonight. I'm basically kind of going through my stats for my burglar. I'm checking out my character overall. I'm going to look at some of the traits that I've taken. And I'm going to take a look at a couple of other things as well, just to make sure that I've got him on the right track. So basically, throughout when I'm in combat and all that, I'm assuming that most of the gear in other games that I play, the gear you kind of use the gear to supplement the areas that you're lowest in and help increase the areas that you should have your most stats in. But in LOTRO, I tend to side on beefing up things that give me more agility or vitality. You know, I've got this earring that gives me heart and agility, um, might and agility here. Again, might and vitality. That's a vitality item plus 16, so that beefs that up. This one is might, morale, and resistance. Agility and vitality, which are the two main focuses for a burglar that I'm supposed to be focusing on. Vitality again. This one I took 6 in fate there. Maximum morale, physical mitigation, agility and vitality, the two that I'm supposed to be focused in. So most of it I tend to focus on agility and vitality on all of the equipment that I take in. There's a couple of spraying of some other things here and there, but most of it, as you can see, is agility and vitality. You know, so let's see. Fate helps you with, apparently, it helps contribute to critical rating, tactical mitigation, in combat regen, in combat morale regen, in combat power regen, and non combat power regen. So I guess that I can tell you that power regen seems to help, especially if you get hit a lot, because as y'all can see, I mean, I've got a good bit of morale, but my defense, apparently I have nothing on Light of the Arendelle. And I have no idea how to get that. Does anybody know how do I get any points in Light of Arendelle? Yeah, Fate does seem to give you it's basically your regeneration for the most part on Fate. Will's mitigation, vitality gives you more morale and resistances. Agility gives you tactical and physical mastery for combat, so it just makes you more effective in combat, especially as a burglar swinging some maces. Might is just blocking. So if I can see you wanting additional fate. I think anyone would. Hey, Bo Diddley, welcome. The Light of the Arendelle. Don't need it yet. At what level is that going to become important? At what point does that Light of Arendelle become important? Well, at level 46, I think I have a long way to go. Now on my it looks like for the most part, I think I'm kind of on the right track as far as what I've got points focused in and the equipment that I'm wearing for the time being. I think I'm, from what y'all are telling me, kind of a blend of what I'm seeing on the wiki. I think I'm on the right track there. I took the red line on my class traits, and I've just been slowly putting points in each one. I've got foot pad, hidden dagger, dance of blades. I've got 3 out of 5 there. I've got agile hands. Strike from the shadows. I've only taken 1 so far. Death strikes 2 out of 5. Aim. I finally took my first aim about a week or 2 ago during my last stream, if I remember right. And then backstab. I've got 1 out of 5. So on this is what's the difference between 1 and 2? What are the big differences for the 2 different trait panels? That's the other thing I'm trying to get a clear understanding on. Apparently, I haven't even touched this. So help me out. What's the equipment between trait panel 1 and then trait tree 2? And what happened with what I just did? Apparently, I haven't taken any points in trait tree 2 yet. So, again, there's 3 different ones. There's blue line, red line, green line. The gambler, the quiet knife, and mischief maker. Based on the way I like to play and the things I like to do, I would think I'm probably going to be more of the quiet knife. Probably take spec 2. But if they really about the same, I don't understand why they're. Oh, never mind. So basically, This one, I took the quiet knife, and if I'm in game, I can take these enhancements. And then if I decide to have a second tree, I can take either Gambler or Mischief Maker. I can switch to it and play from that perspective when I'm in game, when I'm in combat. Is that correct? So if I decide to switch up from Quiet Knife to the Gambler, I can do that. Am I understanding that properly? Okay, that makes sense. I don't. So far, I haven't had that desire, so I'm not going to worry about putting points in a separate tree just to have it for the time being. I may play around with that one day, but I think I'm going to leave that as is for now. Now, for the virtue traits, I've taken charity, loyalty, justice, compassion, and empathy so far. I've got looks like I've got 3 ranks of charity. So I've got some resistance rating, some physical mitigation, and some power regen. Loyalty, I beefed up my vitality with that one. So if I take and I refocus this, I can add to agility and vitality with these additional virtues, right? It's okay, Bo Diddley. It's all good. So again, with the virtues, should I fill in and take things that'll give me more agility and vitality, or should I add some stuff to fate? Because I mean, there's a lot of different things that I can take in here. See, determination gives me agility, discipline gives me might, empathy gives me fate, and I mean I can, which I took. Fidelity gives me vitality. Fortitude gives me more might. I'm not really worried about might as a burglar. Honesty can improve my armor and give me some more power. No. So I can take idealism and kind of beef up fate. That way I have more regen in the middle of combat. That might not be a bad one to take. That might not be a bad one to take right there. Throw a little idealism into it. But then the physical mitigation, and I mean, I've got some power regen already. I don't know. It's hard to decide. It's really hard to decide what really works and what doesn't work, doesn't it? Or really, what's more important? I guess I'd have to play around with them. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm going to keep loyalty. Got 5 levels in that. That gives me a plus 45 to vitality. I'm going to keep that going. I beef those up. Yeah, you can certainly add ranks. A little expensive, but boy, apparently I haven't taken any points in discipline. No, determination. Hey, Lexicon, what's happening? I am going through my burglar virtues and kind of trying a couple of things differently. I, okay, I'm gonna try those for a while. See what this works like. So I feel pretty good about what I've got here. Let's put some of that to the test. Implements into the night. Where's the best place to get to and collect some hateful worm eyes? This quest is going to give me. It's basically building getting the ingredients to build my own sword. Somebody's helped there. One of the hobbits is letting me make my own, or helping me make a better weapon. So, oh yes, That's exactly what I'm doing. I'll bring them back up. I'll head to the Misty Mountains in a second, Bo Diddley. Thanks. I want to see what Lexicon has, what recommendation Lexicon has for my virtues here. Oh, by the way, Feckless, if anybody was tuned into Feckless, she was listening to some good old Pink Floyd earlier. So I told her I was wearing my shirt, so this is proof. Y'all can all see. I got my shirt on. What do you mean, deed them for a while? Once you have new weapons, pick 5 virtues. But which 5? That's the question. Oh, you talking about get them ranked up? Ah, instead of constantly paying money like I do the Slayer and Explorer deeds and get them ranked up. I got you. Do they rank up automatically, or is there certain things I have to do to get them ranked up? In other words, are there specific deeds I need to do to level up or to rank up each virtue? So just any deed in general, they rank up. Okay, let's head.
Hello there.
Oh no, sorry, I'm taking the lazy way. Misty Mountains, Glowin's Camp, the High Crag, Vinderhall, or Harenbarg. Which place, Bo Diddley? Any one of them? Which one will get me closer to some worms that I need to kill? We must kill the worms. I can hit Glowin's Camp, the High Crag, Vinderhall, or Harenbarg. Harenbarg. So I have to pick the specific deeds for zeal. Okay, I can do that. I can look that up on the LOTRO wiki. So like loyalty, compassion, charity, mercy, and patience. I pick whatever deeds help me level those up, and I go out there and just do those deeds. That's west. That's east. Sure enough, there's one right there. Whoops. I totally don't know what the hell I had up here before now. Okay, I have mercy, I have charity, Okay, there's patience. Fate. Outside one with a ring. Okay, so it automatically pulls up. So if I want to increase mercy, I got to go defeat Shades in the North Downs. Got it. Yep. Okay, that's easy enough. Thank y'all. I really appreciate the help. Y'all are definitely educating me. Probably something I need to do, like when I'm finished streaming tonight. Go out here and just run some deeds. Try and level up. I need to study. Well, apparently the wiki isn't always accurate, but it's the only resource that I personally have. So I'll look it up and kind of study it a little bit and use that as a guide to be able to say, hey, which ones are best for a burglar? Hey, a little trick I did during the week. Kind of changed a habit, and I may as well get him while I'm here. I began in the evenings, at night, and all that, drinking just decaffeinated coffee. World of difference, let me tell you. Cannot tell you how much better I feel. I don't have the headache withdrawals or any of that kind of malarkey, thank God. Need to find more worms. But totally different. I feel differently. Not so irritated like I was. Much more chilled and mellowed the way I would prefer to be. So if you're kind of addicted to coffee or energy drinks and all that, You love yourself, your wife, your family, your kids, your mom, your dad, whatever the case might be, whatever reason you need. Significant other, girlfriend, boyfriend. Do yourself a favor. Get off of all of that stuff. You will not regret it. You will sleep better at night because you can sleep. Your body's not chemically induced any longer. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Just a little helpful advice in life there. Yes, I'm a button smasher, by the way. Actually, I need hateful worm eyes. Hateful worm eyes. They are not showing up on the map. Where do I get hateful worm eyes? Where are there hateful worms? I need, yeah, these are not the right ones. Where in the Misty Mountains? Go to the cave southeast of you. See if I can find myself on the map here. There I am. So, southeast near the high pass around this camp right here. Got it. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Gus here. Hello. Guess I'm gonna have to go down and then around. Let me hop on my. How's everything going, Gus? Appreciate you tuning in, buddy. How is your Saturday so far? Or Sunday, depending on what part of the world you're in. Hopefully this will take a turn. Severe turn and I can go around. Yeah, I'm going to probably pick up a lot of aggro along the way. Sweet! Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you checking it out. It's always nice to know people enjoy watching what you do, even though I play for the fun of it. It's nice to know people like what I'm doing. At least a few people. Not everyone will like what I'm doing, but a few people. Okay, I should be able to take a turn back towards, yep, I'm heading exactly in that direction now, so. You are not the right kind of worm. So there is a cave somewhere along here. Yep, I'm heading back up the hill now. All right, come here. Ay, ay, ay. Everything hates me around here. Can you tell I'm Cajun? I said ay, ay, ay. Yep, that's the Cajun thing. Hey! Just about up to that point here. Is it on the top of this hill on the other side? A lot of worms. Is it somewhere around here? Is this the right direction, Lexicon? It looks like it according to the map, so I'm just making sure. Because I see risen boars. Looks like I'm heading the right way. Okay. Got a lot of worms to get through just climbing up here. That's alright because there's another slayer. I'm working on that slayer too, so. Not up here. Getting lots of XP, but not. There's only one type of worm around here. Still not it. I think I might have passed up the entrance you were talking about. Only worm around here is these rending fisher worms. They do not have what I'm looking for. Is that the entrance you're talking about? Go through this little archway? None of these are the right worms. Okay. So if I head to Lowen's camp, I'll go ahead and do a quick repair while I'm here.
Tell me what you need.
That's obviously the wrong one. Yep, I found you. Nice. And let's make it real easy. Join me in Discord chat. Yep, I see you. Well,
Hello.
hey, how's it going? Welcome.
I'm pretty good. If you want, I'm just north of you, north of Gloinscan.
Let's see. I think I see your. Yep, you're not far. I'm gonna head towards you.
But yeah, there's two types of worms in Misty Mountains. The one you were just at, obviously that wasn't them. There's these worms over up here, and these are probably what we're looking for.
Yeah, they give me what's called hateful worm eyes, and once I click on them, yep, wretched worms. That's nope. Normally, if it would be them, when I click on them, like when I hover over them, like to attack, it would list the quest there, but it's not doing it for these. So apparently, these aren't it either. That's really weird.
Yeah, that is weird. Well, those are the only two type of worms in Misty. So,
But that's one of the. Well, let me kill one and see if it gives it to me or not. Normally, when you click on it, I mean, you know what I'm talking about, right? You click on the
yeah,
worm, it'll list the
yeah.
it'll list the quest. Yeah, it's not there for some reason, and yet everything says that those worms are available in Misty Mountain.
Well, I guess got to go to a Region or Angmar.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to because this is not doing it either.
Well, there is a shortcut, and the shortcut is to go to the skirmish camp and just buy them at the skirmish camp.
I can do that too.
if you go to the curiosities vendor at the skirmish camp, you can actually just buy the ones that you need.
Cool.
And I think there's the one right in Rivendell. We can just go there.
I'm slow.
Since I'm a burglar, I'm going to need them anyhow. So because you're doing your quest, and I'll be doing my quest soon.
Yeah, that's yeah. You know, your current character is not that far behind mine, right there. Yeah, Bo Diddley, it does say that, but the two different worms that we have hunted in Misty Mountains, neither one of them advanced this quest.
Yeah, the worms and Misty no longer drop those items for that quest, so that's interesting.
Yeah, but even inside the game, it well says. I mean, you read it earlier, and Bo Diddley's right. It does say it in the quest journal. So I guess they need
Yeah,
to
that
update that.
yeah they changed something for sure.
Oh, did you? Oh, you. I know what you did. I was trying to follow you on my on
Oh
my.
yeah, I used Swift travel.
Yeah, you did. That's cool. I'm going back and grab it real quick. Yeah, Bo Diddley. It does say that they're available in Misty Mountains, but apparently they need to do an update. So
Yeah, they used to drop in that cave or near that cave where you were. That I mean, they used to drop there like crazy, and I don't know why, but apparently they took it out of the loot. I mean, a few years ago, I used to go in that cave or in that area, and I'd get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these hateful worm eyes. But you're right, the mob said that they didn't drop them anymore.
well,
I mean, you killed like 30 worms and it didn't drop any, so that was weird.
yeah. And let's see. You are heading towards the skirmish camp up there.
Yeah, I'm in the skirmish camp.
Dang, how'd you get there so fast?
It's just around the corner to the south.
Okay, I'm heading towards you.
If you turn right,
Oop, I think I went too far. There we go.
there you are.
Let's see.
If you talk to this guy that I'm standing right next to,
Let's see. Where is Lexi? I don't see Lexi. Am I blind? It's hell getting old.
I'm standing next to the curiosities guy, jumping up and down.
Well, I'm sure I'll notice you eventually. There you are. Click.
May I help you?
And the item you want will be under minor class items or minor, yeah.
Yeah, let me filter it. Not clouded. It's hateful.
Yep, it's the green
Hateful.
one.
Corroded.
It's the one with the green icon.
Yeah, I'm a little colorblind, so it's gonna take me a second.
Okay,
I actually have a red-green colorblind deficiency. I got all kind of issues getting older, man. When you start hitting your 50s, it don't get fun.
I've heard that.
I don't even see the title listed. I don't see any. I filtered it by minor class items, and I'm
Yeah.
looking for the hateful worm eyes. I don't see them listed here.
Do you see the venomous the beak, the turtle beak?
Yep,
It's just above the turtle beak.
hateful worm eyes. Yep, blind as a bat. There it is.
I think it might be easier if you used the native background, the black. If you go back to the GUI with the black background instead of the brown that you're using, it probably would be a lot easier.
It might help. It might help my eyes. You're right. I'll probably switch that back at some point. See, how many times can I borrow?
I mean,
Okay, I've got.
I'm looking at your screen on the stream, and I can barely read that, and I don't have any color issues, and I can imagine how horrible that must be um, on you. So yeah, I mean, like the original color background is black, and it may be easier on your eyes.
See if I can keep going here. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the turtle beaks as well. One more round of turtle beaks. All right, now let me go turn that one in. I'll head back to you in a second. I'm going to use mithril and I'm going to go jump and finish that out.
Okay.
I think.
Oh, good day.
Ay, 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 ay. There's the Cajun coming out in me again. Apparently, I still need to collect Warkeeper's Token and the Cruel Talon of Asgaroth.
Yeah, and
Asgoth.
you can get those at the skirmish camp too.
Okay, well, I'm going to head back that way. Should have just bought them all there. Misty Mountains.
I think you need 4 items. You have 2 quests. I think you need 4 items. You can get all 4 here at the vendor.
Yeah, I'll be back there in a second. I'm almost back to it.
Is there aught which you need?
All going to be minor class items. Barkeeper's Token. Is the Warkeeper's Token not a minor item?
It's a major item.
That one's major? How in
Yeah,
the heck do y'all know the difference?
because the minor items you get on landscape from killing the mobs, and the major items you get them inside Carndoom or Urugarth. If you've ever done Urugarth and Carndoom, you actually get the major items inside there, or at the skirmish camp now.
Cruel Talon of Asgaroth. Yep, there we go. So is that the only ones I need for that quest now? I'm good. Nope, I still need Articles of Cunning. I guess that's another one.
Well, okay. On the other one, you need, what do you have there? It's Drake scales and cave
Cave
claw
Claw hides. Yep.
hides.
What do you need?
I think I think that's the initial quest. I think you need to go kill those mobs, the cave claws and the drake scales. I'm not sure if the unyielding. Yeah, they are in there. Okay, they'll be in the minor. They'll be in the minor section. Unyielding drake scales and glossy cave claw.
Okay. So that should finish out those two.
A lovely day, isn't it? Oh, good day.
I've been using the maces, but I'm thinking about trying the dagger.
Yeah, burglars actually get a uh, get a plus 5% damage to dagger bonus. So you may want to try to use the daggers from now on.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to switch to because that.
Yeah, if burglars use daggers, they get plus 5% base damage on their character.
Which mace do I want to replace with a dagger? Probably the Erdebil's Bane. It looks like.
Yeah, you want to use definitely the um, exceptional mace of Furious Echoes. Might as well just because you need to start using agility items on your burglar because burglars are an agility class. Um,
Yeah.
so try to only use agility items.
Now I got to get another dagger.
I wouldn't worry about that. You'll get one eventually with
Oh, it'll come.
you'll get the
A
class quest
lovely
here
day,
pretty
isn't
soon
it?
anyhow. For your LI legendary weapon.
I got my first couple of legendary items on my level 55 or 56 dwarf champion, and that's been a lot of fun. I actually got into Moria finally. That was the first time I was
Oh,
able to get
cool.
into Moria. That has been a blast. That's my highest level character so far, and this guy's right behind him, so I'm not that far away.
Yeah, you'll be there in a few weeks if you keep it up.
Even faster if I play a little bit more.
That's true.
All I have to do is quit working a little bit.
That's probably not a good idea.
That's not a good idea. Good thing is now it's just the wife and I. We're about 3 years in, no kids. All my kids are adults now. All four of them are adults, and three of the four have their own kids. So we're I'm working, but we're retired from children. Children still young enough to have some fun, so that's all good.
Oh yeah, you got a lot of energy, man.
Let's see. Articles of cunning. Let's see. I need goblin badges of rank and insignia of battle. I guess I can just go back and get those at the skirmish, or do I need to actually go kill these?
You can get them at the skirmish, at the major class items with the curiosities vendor.
It's actually a little cheaper, I think, to go near a stable.
Let's see, where are you? You're in Buckland. You're actually not that near a skirmish camp there. But the closest one to you there is Bree.
Trying to find myself on the map. Oh, there I am. Okay, I'm right by Stable Master. Just if I'm gonna pay, I may as well pay one instead of two mithril coin. If I'm gonna travel that route to make things a little bit faster.
Yep.
I do it mostly during the stream just because I know people kind of get bored if you're just riding around, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
They get bored of watching me get lost all the time.
A lovely day, isn't it?
So Bree, there's one right outside of Bree, that's right. Now, if we were a little bit closer level together, I'm not sure how it works in LOTRO. We could do some of these quests together when you have some time. Are some of these repeat quests? Are these like one time?
Repeat quest? Which? What do you mean by repeat quest?
In other words, when you do these, you only do them one time, or can you do them multiple times?
Oh yeah, class quests are one time only. Unfortunately, that would be kind of neat to be able to redo class quests with other class members just to show them around and do things together. That'd be fun.
See, most of the quests in DDO, they're all repeatable on the DDO. So I don't know if you play DDO as well, but
No, I don't play DDO. I have like a level 5 character on it, but that's it. Like I don't know much about it.
yeah, I know a little bit more about DDO than LOTRO, but I've actually played LOTRO longer, believe it or not. I've played DDO more, but I've been in LOTRO longer. I've been in LOTRO since beta and in DDO since just after beta. I actually still have my founder's character on here. I've never leveled him up. I think he's like level 7. Never hardly played him since beta. I think they let me recreate him right after they went live or something like that. Or they might have transferred him. I don't. It's been so long, I don't remember.
All that time, and you've only ever seen Moria.
Whew. That's how casual of a player I've been. And I mean, I've always been VIP that whole time, but I've only played occasionally.
Right. The way I look at Lotro, it's like, you know, you're gonna want to spend some money on entertainment in your life, and if Lotro's that thing, then Lotro's a lot cheaper a form of entertainment than a lot of other things out there.
Oh, believe me, that is definitely true. I have. I wish I had the lifetime subscription. If they ever make it available again, I'll buy it. But I do the annual subscription for both of them right now, and it's pretty sick because I really don't need to. Because on both games, I've purchased every expansion pack and quest pack that's available. So I really
Oh
don't
wow.
need to do VIP, but I do VIP because I buy in-game stuff all the time. So I kind of do both. I know it's silly, but that's my form of entertainment. So at least
I man, I get it.
I look at it. I'm helping Sand and Stone Games stay out there. So somebody needs to help them out.
Exactly. I put a cap on my spending at like 100 to 150 per year. Like I try to keep it below $150 a year. So like I bought the expansion, so I'm gonna take a few months off from VIP. So I don't own Misty Mountains Quest Pack right now because my VIP expired. But so I bought the expansion, so I let my VIP expire just to for like a few months to bring it back within a yearly budget. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh no, I perfectly understand that. I mean, you have to do what you have to do to be able to enjoy gameplay and still have regular real life things because real life will bite you. It's just the way it works.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm in night school, so I'm taking night classes, and so a lot of my money's going to that, and money's going other places. Oh yeah.
Oh, believe me, I know. I've been there many years ago, but I've been there. You do whatever it takes. I can remember getting off. I was in the military years ago. I can remember getting off at 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. I got about 20 minutes to grab something to eat for supper. If I don't have time, I skip it. I go to class till 10 o'clock at night. Then I stay up till 1 or 2 doing homework. Get about 2 or 3 hours of sleep. Get up the next morning to go exercise because you got PT first thing in the morning with the military. So that was a constant cycle, month after month after month. I remember, but it led to a good career because I'm in IT. So it led to a really good career outside once I got out the military. So.
You served in Army, I take it?
Uh huh.
Very cool.
Yep. 16 years total. I didn't do a full 20.
Wow.
I had an opportunity to get out, get a pretty decent paying job on the civilian side. So we kind of weighed the options, and I actually came up on orders for Korea. And we had been married by that time maybe 15, 20 years, 15 years, 10 or 15 years, somewhere in that range. And Korea, 2 years without my wife and 4 kids was not something I was really willing to do. And if
Yeah,
you,
that would have been a big commitment because they would not have let you take your family over
oh
there.
no, they don't. And I think it was a 20, 22, 24 month deal, something like that. And we just didn't want to spend that much time apart. So we
Yeah,
kind of weighed the options, and I was able to get a really good job doing some computer networking stuff outside the military at the time. So I took it, and we went ahead and get out. When you deny orders to Korea, you automatically have to ETS.
right.
That's how it works. So it was a good decision. I mean, I miss the military sorely because I was built for that. That was my cup of tea. But I don't regret it, because I mean we did what we had to do for our families. So.
Yeah, you got 2 quality years with your kids, and they'll appreciate that as they get older and have their families. They'll appreciate that even more.
I think they do because I mean they're getting all their little families started, and I have 4 grandchildren now, so they're all hyped up doing what they got to do. A couple of them are starting school, and I'm getting to spend time with them. So still get to spend time with all of them, even though we live in different towns. All right, where is that skirmish camp outside of Bree? I'm looking for it now.
It's on the south end of Bree, South Bree. I'm gonna stay in Discord, but I'm gonna get on a different character in the game.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's see. There's a campsite. Looking for it. Southgate, Straddle, Greenway, Northgate. Northgate.
How can I be of service?
South Bree. Yeah, I'm lazy. I'm going from West Bree to South Bree with Swift travel. How's that for lazy? That's terrible in game lazy right there.
Oh, but it makes up for it because you remember those years like a long time ago. You might have been free to play for a little bit, and you're like, oh, I can't use the Swift travel.
No, that's right.
It really does save a couple minutes though, just using that swift travel right there. Because
So
Bree is just so big.
it is huge. So which vendor or person do I need to talk to at the campsite?
The curiosities.
There he is.
Curiosities.
How may
Got
I
him.
be of service to you?
So let's see. Uh, I need goblin badge of rank and insignia of battle.
It'll be in the major section.
I've got all, and I don't see it.
If you go to the major section, it will be in there.
Hello there. How do you do?
I'd just like to say I'm very impressed with what you've managed to do, Bogart. You're truly a burglar of excellence. Always more to learn, though, isn't there? Yes, there is. At least if you're paying attention. Now, you may have heard the tale of Bilbo Baggins. He was quite the burglar in his day, if you believe the stories. Now he's gone away and hasn't been heard from in a long time, but I imagine he's out there somewhere. If you truly want to excel at burgling, you're going to want to track down old Bilbo and see what he might teach you. Hey, let's track down Bilbo.
Oh, good day.
Bilbo! Oh, I'm going to get a class trait point. All right. What's that? You're a burglar? Oh, of course, of course. I did some burgling in my day, you know. I helped Thorin and the dwarves regain their lost home in the Lonely Mountain. Afraid I didn't do a very good job and buckled the whole thing right up, but I suppose everything turned out all right in the end. A burglar needs to be light on his feet and just as quick in his own head. If I hadn't been both of those, Old Smaug would have cooked me until I was well done on several occasions. I wrote it all down, you know. There might be a lesson or two in there for an aspiring burglar, if you are of a mind to look. The best advice I can give you about burgling is this: don't. It caused me only grief for a long while, and I know that Thorn would tell you the same if he were still here. At any rate, I'm glad we had this conversation, Bogart. It's nice to recall the old days every now and then. And Rivendell is a better place than most of which to do it.
Stay and have some tea.
Passage to Darkness, find the entrance to Goblin Town. I know exactly where that is. I've been through it once. Hello there, you seem a bit of an adventurous sort. Perhaps you wouldn't mind helping out an old hobbit. You see, I've been writing a book about my travels with Thorin and his company, off to deal with Smaug and to get Thorin's gold back. And I'm afraid I may have gotten confused on some details. My memory isn't what it used to be, and I'm unsure of the directions of some of the places we visited. Perhaps you'd help me. All you need to do is find the Black Door of Goblin Town. If you find the place, and I've remembered them aright, high in the mountains along the stretch called the High Pass, we traveled at night and found a dry place in a cave midway up the mountain. You should find the entrance there. If not, well, try and find the correct directions for me, if you'd be so kind. Right. Good old Bilbo. Yeah, it is. I got so many things that I hadn't finished. There's so many little bitty quests. Well, I need to spend time just going through this and cleaning out a bunch of these old quests because I have so many of them I've never finished.
Always a good idea. I have a level 105 character that has
Why do you
like I
disturb
think it's 40 quests in this log, and it's just I'm just looking at the list like, oh man, I have so many things to go finish.
No, there's so
Hail,
much.
friend, and well met.
How may I be of assistance?
Did you buy the high elf race?
No, I didn't. I have not picked up the new one yet. I hadn't picked up Mordor yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The
for me, and I'll tell you exactly what it is. I think there were three different packs that they made available, and I'd really want the $130 pack to get all the details. And just right now, I'm kind of waiting a couple of more paychecks because my youngest daughter, the third daughter, I've got three sons. I mean, one son and three daughters, and the youngest one, my daughter, just got engaged, so I've got a wedding to pay for in 2019. So we're saving some extra
Wow.
money. So I kind of it'll be like three paychecks before I'll be able to have $130 left over to be able to buy it. So I have to wait a couple of paychecks.
I mean, and by then you'll be able to get it. If I think they said they're going to offer it until like February or something like that. Like sometime later this fall, like sometime around Christmas is when the ultimate one, the $130 one, is going to stop being for sale. So you got time.
Oh yeah, and I'll pick it up then. So nope, don't have the high elf yet. Didn't buy that yet.
One of the things I think is funny about the high elf, the kind of the storyline is when you start the high elf, your high elf is taking part in the Battle of Mornon, which was when they fought Sauron the first time 1,000 years ago, when they killed his physical form the first time, and so and your high elf was in that battle. And the interesting thing about it is, so you get injured in that battle as a high elf, and you go into a coma, and you wake up 1,000 years later, or however many centuries it's been, and now you're with Elrond, has been taking care of you for 900 years, and or what, however long it's been, and he's like that they've been keeping your body healthy while you recover, and eventually you wake up, and now you're waking up, and he's letting you choose what you want to do with your, that now that you're awake. And it's an interesting little story. But the funny thing about it is when Elrond sends you on your way, sends your character to go and choose what it wants to do,
Yeah.
he gives you your armor that you were wearing in the battle. So your so your armor that he gives you, like the clothing that he gives you to wear, is 1,000 years old, and it looks horrible. Like it's tatters. It's leather that's broken down. It's like the armor looks dirty and nasty and broken. So Elrond, who had 1,000 years to take care of you, sends you on your way wearing dirty 1,000-year-old clothing. It's
That,
hilarious.
that's cool though. I mean, that really is awesome.
It is. It's funny though. It's like Elrond is this really rich guy, and he doesn't give you new clothes. He just gives you your rags that are 1,000 years old.
I love it. That is really cool.
It's really funny. Now the clothing was nice. You actually see, like in the first part of the High Elf story, you actually see the clothing how it was when you were in the war and in the battle, and so it's clean, it looks great, it's beautiful. And then you wake up 1,000 years later, and he's like, okay, well, you go on your way, here's your armor. And the armor is the armor is 1,000 years old and dirty and broken, has holes in it all over the place. It's really funny.
I love it. I can't wait to run through that when I pick up the pack.
Oh yeah,
That's going to be
you'll
fun.
enjoy it. It's a good little story to read.
Boy, I'm getting smacked left and right. Apparently, I took a wrong turn or something. Yep, I was waiting for that. All right, if y'all want to fight, we'll fight. Select the keystone. Gotta figure out where it's at again. I've done this before, but I gotta find it. I know it's around here somewhere. I'm just kind of haphazardly hopping around, just clearing out each quest as I come across it for the most part. I bet you it's going to be on that corpse. Apparently not. Silver and copper. There it is. There's the keystone. He's not. I'd rather some decaf. Yeah. You don't mind. Thank you, sweetheart. Chat room, what's everybody up to? Y'all doing all right in there? Hopefully, most of y'all are playing LOTRO. That's a lot of times. That's what I'll do. I'll put someone else's stream playing, and I'll watch it. I'll play myself.
Yeah, that's what's so great about having two monitors. One monitor you can play your game, and then on the other monitor you can watch and chat with other people
Yeah.
in LOTRO.
And I've actually got two external monitors hooked up to my laptop. Most of the time, I leave the laptop monitor closed. I really should leave it open because I'd have three monitors that way. Really take advantage of it. So
Oh, you're playing on a laptop right now?
Yep. I have an Alienware 15-inch laptop. It's a gaming laptop. It's got an internal video card, plus it's got the onboard graphics card, and I have it connected to an Alienware graphics adapter, and I'm running a 1050 NVIDIA 1050 Ti GeForce 6 gig graphics card on that. So I run desktop graphics when I'm gaming at home.
Very nice. Yeah, I remember them creating that little box. I'm glad it works. Most people don't stream on a laptop because of how much it would kill the processor, but obviously yours is working pretty good.
I have not had any issues. Even before I got the graphics adapter, the external adapter, it streamed just fine because I had on the laptop itself, there's two separate graphics adapters. There's the onboard one on the motherboard, and there was also an NVIDIA 970 mobile graphics adapter, and it worked just fine. I was able to stream. I was able to have two monitors set up, stream, and at the time I was using OBS, which is really, I know it's free, but it was really a hog when it came to streaming and stuff like that. But now I use XSplit. I have very, very few issues.
Very cool, man. Yeah, I used to have an Alienware like a decade ago, um, and it was a great laptop, and I'd take it around and and everybody would look at it and because it's when you buy an Alienware, you're gonna it may not be the most powerful laptop in the world, but it's one of the most expensive laptops in the world. So people look around at it. It's pretty neat.
It is, and I'll be honest with you, it's really not worth the money anymore. There are much better gaming laptops out there. So ever since Dell took them over, it's kind of dropped off just a little bit. There's other gaming laptops out there that are cheaper in cost and even more performance than these things. And this one's about a year, little over a year old. And you're really paying for the name. I mean, to just be honest.
Well, when I had an Alienware, the way I looked at it was you're paying for the warranty. Like they will go above and beyond on the maintenance and the repair of it. If it breaks or overheats or the keyboard goes bad, like they sent me a keyboard when my keyboard went bad and no questions asked. And like I mean, like I think I had to pay for it. They made us pay for shipping or something, but I mean, they definitely worked with the laptop. I bought like a 4-year warranty on mine, and they repaired it all 4 years anytime anything went wrong. And at least that's the way it was back, in 2003 to 2005. I don't know how they do it now, but
Well, you got to remember, back then it was Alienware, and now it's owned by Dell. So
oh, that's true. That's true. I
it's
didn't think about
it's
that.
not what it was. It's
It's
not
not.
what
It's
it
not as good.
was.
It's not as good as it used to be. Yeah.
Not quite. I mean, it's still good. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just the level of service isn't quite at that level any longer.
Gotcha.
Silver Tusk Ring.
I've actually the last couple of years I've only been buying Asus Asus gear, and so I have an Asus laptop, I have an Asus video card. I'm about to buy a new Asus motherboard for my desktop, and yeah, I'm really into the Asus
And
game.
and that's what I was talking about. See, that's exactly what I'm saying. Top quality, and they've got a good price.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's no joke. One my youngest daughter, her first laptop that we helped her get was an Asus, and she absolutely loved it. Now she's pretty rough on them. It didn't quite last as long as I would have had one.
Right.
I tend to care for my stuff a little bit more carefully. I treat my
Yeah.
electronics like they were my children.
Oh yeah, like I bought a
Apparently better because I got a hump from my wife out the kitchen there. So I guess I treat my electronics better. She said I treat my electronics better than I treat my wife. There you go. Oh man, I don't get no credit.
you might want to buy her an expansion pack.
She doesn't play this. Oh, she even if I gotta toot my own horn, she's taken care of very well. She's into sewing, and she's got her own computer in there, so a couple of sewing machines, tons of fabric. She's pretty happy, and I know it's a lot of fabric. I carried it up these stairs when we moved into this apartment a couple of years ago. Fabric is heavy, and we have a lot of it.
That's pretty funny though. My kin leader in Lotro is she sews and she plays Lotro.
And I would be in heaven if I could get my wife to play some of these games. That would be so cool.
I'm actually gonna have my kin leader knit a sweater for me for this holiday season that I can give my significant other.
Oh, that's gonna be cool. I hate having to kill those mammoths, but oh well.
Oh man, that quest can be brutal. Be careful.
Fortunately, I'm 4 levels above it, so I'm hoping I'll be able to handle it a little bit better. They're pretty tough, though.
Yeah, you have good weapons equipped, so you should be okay. I just wouldn't take 2 or 3 of them on at the same time if I was you.
Well, the scary part is they apparently have an elite kind of Hieromer. Looks like there's one of these elite guys hanging around. He's got like 771,000 morale. So I definitely
Oh
need to
yeah,
avoid him. He's going to one-shot me. I know it.
yeah, he would one shot you, but um, those guys are those guys are fun to do when you're level 100. They're all over the map, like they're everywhere. They're in a lot of regions.
I know. It used to not be like that, but I guess they changed that a while back. You run into those guys everywhere. There's always someone. I remember when I was
Yep.
in Moria the first time I went in the quest where you met the Belrog. I thought I could attack him. I didn't know I was supposed to evade him. I didn't read it. So I jumped in there and attacked the Belrog. You know about how long I lasted.
That's funny.
But I had to try. Total failure, and it will be every time because you're supposed to evade him, but
Well, it is 1 a.m. my time, so I'm gonna head out.
sweet. I appreciate you helping me out. Thanks. Have a good night and sleep well.
Thanks. Take care.
You too. Bye bye. Hey, chat room. What's everyone up to? Y'all awake? Wow. That's cool. They made so many cool changes to this game. Just learning a lot of the new pieces to it. It's really awesome. Contemplating about starting a new character. What's got you wanting to start a new character, Blake? You don't want to use the wiki and try to figure it out on your own? I don't have many people that are willing to take the time and run fellowships with me. Don't have that many people that I know that do this. So I'm kind of stuck. I'm, for the most part, stuck soloing most of this on my own. And anytime anything requires a fellowship, I guess I could pug it, but I don't. Oh, so you run free to play? Since I ran and redid some of my traits and checked some of this stuff, I'm doing a lot better. Yeah, I mean, I know it's kind of tough sometimes, but I do the annual subscriptions, and it's a little cheaper in the long run. And all I do is I got an Excel spreadsheet, and I set up my budget for the year. And I kind of a couple of years ago, I just said, well, I'm going to pay for the year, and I just save it up along the year, a little bit each month, and I just pay for it once a year. So when next year comes around, I'll already have the $100 put aside for LOTRO and the 100 put aside for DDO as well. So makes it a little bit easier. That's my entertainment. If I ever drop off the games and decide I don't like them, I'll cancel my subscriptions. But for the most part, I do a little bit each check, budget it out, I can play. And you get 500 LOTRO or DDO points per month to go along with it. So you get some store points to spend along with that subscription, which is cool. I even have a blank. I found a template for this spreadsheet years ago, and I've modified it over the years. So I've got my own template, and it's actually pretty nice to have just be able to take one look, and I've got my finances in front of me. I can tell you what my entire year is going to look like. If there's something I want, I just add it to the budget. If you can come up with the $100 to get it started, make it easy on yourself for next year. But you know, whatever, however many, whether you get 26 checks a year or 52 checks a year, whatever, I just each check I've got it lined out. It works well. I started doing that probably 10, 15 years ago. I live by that budget. So I'm able to save up and get whatever I really choose to get. Actually, really cool. He's gonna defeat me. I don't want to face the target. You never go over. And you always have it available. You don't have to worry about missing it. I know I have my bills covered. I know I got food money covered. I have play money covered. I mean, eventually, I've been doing it so long, you get to where, you know, you have savings taken care of. My 401k comes out the check automatically. You you'll get to where I even do a little bit of those prepaid debit cards that you can get. I get the American Express serve. It costs $1 a month. If you deposit $500 a month into it, there's no charge. $1 a month to keep that card. You can pretty much use it anywhere with a PIN number or as credit. So I take it, I put my Christmas money and play money on that. So I've always got some play money. If I want to go out to eat, go to the movies, buy a game, it's all there. It makes a ton of sense. Worry free.
Or to buy the wife a nice gift.
Or to buy the wife a nice gift, which she gets plenty of, by the way. Don't let it fool you. Yep, they're laughing. Big hit with this thing. Thank you. Guys are elite. They're eating my lunch. Still drinking coffee, but this is decaf. Makes one less pissy than normal. Excuse my French. Ooh, that cup is strong. I got another ring. Snap. Yep. If you send me a PM, I'll be glad to email you that budget template. I recommend that for anyone. Ooh, got lucky and got the third ring. That's a pretty tough hit. We've been married for 30 years. 31 in November. Trade it for anything in the world. Life is tough enough on its own. You need somebody good to go through it. Got the gym of gyms, so I'm not complaining. Drives me crazy sometimes, but she's always there. I'm sure I drive her crazy occasionally, but not that often. Anybody else out there and awake besides Blake? Is he the only one still not sleeping at the computer? Or watching on a tablet? Or is everybody else in game having a blast?
What can I do for you?
You've done very well to bring me these tusk rings, Bogart. They are most fearsome. It was the terrible giant indeed who affixed these rings, my friend. Let's hope he never approaches this place or the camp of the dwarves to the west.
Well met. What do you need? At your service and your families. I am at your service.
What character? What server, Gus? Too cool for the chat room. I like that, Blake. Yeah, they probably are. Too cool for this show, anyway. Down, down to Goblin Town.
What do you want?
To Glowin's camp. Ah, the new elf. The new elf or the not the high elf, right? to find Glowin's camp on the map. Where am I at? I don't even see myself. Ah, there we go. I need to get to...
What do you need?
Or younger. Well, I guess I'm going to be moving through Goblin Town here pretty soon. Yep, got a long way to go. Let's see. Eldolith, Southern Belle, Evil Twin, Lake the Cookie, Bodyguard, Checo the Hobbit, Chromite Swiftpaw, Eugene Chung 81, Beige Went, Gonna Die, Gus here. Oh, what did I do? Egan Huffman 13, Hunsonator, Ice Stern, Jimmy White Crow, Coco Panic, Kindwin, the Quagesta, Ski 6020624, Caliron, Tenebrous TXTSD, Ultra Slam, Vishan, Wuji77, and Zeister. Appreciate everyone hanging out today. Elda, if you're there, I appreciate you tuning in and watching and moderating. I thank you. I don't know if you're actually there or not, or if you just have a leave your account logged on. Either one, it's all cool. I haven't talked to you in a long time. I hope everything's good. I know y'all are overseas now, so that's all cool. I miss being there. Absolutely loved it. Talking to somebody earlier about my military days being stationed overseas. Not everybody overseas in the military, but still, I had a blast. Missed it a lot. Anybody has any questions or anything they want to talk about, just let me know. I'm gonna go up this way because I do believe this is the way to the Black Crack. Looks like I've I don't understand how, if anybody knows how Twitch determines the number that it shows on the screen, number of people logged in or on the channel watching, because it definitely doesn't match the number of people in the chat room when I go click on the chat room on the back end. Never matches it. So I don't understand, because see, like it just dropped to 11, and when I go count, there's 23 names listed out there on the chat room. So I just don't get how it's doing what algorithm it's doing to get that count. It's not adding up. It never adds up. See, now it's dropped to 10. And if I go out here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It still has 23. So I don't get it. It's not accurate. Oops, excuse me. I guess I don't know. It's definitely cutting something in half because it's not right. Definitely doesn't keep up with those numbers effectively. Mm.
Hey! Hey! Where?
Oh, great, the bomber dropped that junk on me.
Dodling?
Think an elf is caught within the dungeons down beneath. Goblin Town has reawoken, and I fear that there's more than just one trapped in those depths. I do not remember where the dungeons are within. It was a long time ago. It will be up to you to explore and find where they're being kept.
Greetings, traveler. Will you stay a moment?
I have concerns, Bogart. Elrond asked if we had seen a scout dispatched to Goblin Town from Riverdale. He surely would have come by here, but we've no sign of him. I fear that he may have been captured. I fear he may have been captured by the goblins. This is true. Then I can only hope that he still lives and is kept somewhere in the prisons within Goblin Town. Venture within and see if you can find a jealous.
Greetings,
Preparations?
traveler. Will you stay a moment?
Have you heard of the land of Forchel? It lies north and far to west of here, and is an ist as a and is an inhospitable place filled with grinding ice and strange peoples. Though I've never been there, one of my cousins, Litolof, recently led a group of my people to Forchel, seek their fortune trading with the loss. If you were to travel to those lands, I would ask that you seek out Letholif, and ensure that he is safe. I have not heard from him in many months, though that is his way, coming and going for the long stretches of time without correspondence to his kin. He said that he would be taking his caravan to the Copacabana, Capacotha, a strange sounding name for a town, isn't it? He said it lay north of the land of Evendim through Sirith Ryu to the gate to the north. The gate to the north. That's a lot. Goblins at the
Grateful
gate!
for your assistance.
I first encountered the goblins of Goblin Town when I was with Thorin's company on our great quest to reclaim the Lonely Mountain. They had captured us and dragged us into their vile tunnels, cracking whips and singing terrible songs. We had our vengeance upon them at the Battle of Five Armies, but they simply returned to the mountains and began gathering their strength again. Now with the darkness rising everywhere, they've become a threat again. A threat we must hinder as quickly as possible. The entrance we were taken to, though, was hidden, probably a postern gate. Ahead is their main gate. Either enter it and wreak havoc among their number.
Come and stay a moment, friend.
I charge you with seeking the scouts I sent forth to Helengrad. Hear what they have uncovered, Bogart, and we may better know how to deal with the new threat that lurks within that dark place. They will have taken shelter somewhere to the north, within sight of the bitter stair that climbs up the walls of the keep. Ask Sigrin for the rest of Durin's sad tale when you find him, for it concerns him most dearly, and he will relate it to you if you wish to hear it. Use caution among the snowy slopes, and search among the trees in sight of the bitter stair to find Sigrin and Greep, my scouts. They have the authority to deal with any matters concerning Helgrid. Sweet. I am going to call it a stream because it is almost 1 a.m. in the morning, and I'm going to call it a night. I appreciate everybody hanging out and tuning in. Um, any of you people who are new, um, I would appreciate follows on my own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Baklagor. I added the link to it in the stream. I thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all still want to watch someone streaming Lord of the Rings online, and I may tune in a little bit more as well, Feckless is on her Twitch channel. She is streaming at this moment as well, and there is a link to hers. Thank y'all, good night, happy questing, and play some LOTRO.